Hi, welcome to Spiritual Wholeness, Spiritual Wholeness. I am your host, Imagine Jackson, and this is my special guest, my older sister. I know I tend to look older sometimes, but she actually is the older sister. So, you can introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Ashanti, aka Love, aka Zen. What's good? Sending wonderful vibrations to all the viewers out there.
So, with that being said, I just wanted to do story time, I guess, for both of us in a sense, because I was like, you know what can I do different? Oh, and as you guys can see, just to update, my hair is in fact shorter and it's no longer blonde. I was like, you know what, I just want to cut the blonde off, and so I did. My birthday just passed on Monday, so I am officially 20 years old. So I'm very excited and happy about that. Yeah, so let's get started. Story time. When did you move? Well, we're originally from California. We're not from Ohio or Cleveland from any source. So, oh, you throwing up gang signs?
West Coast.
Oh, okay.
Represent, you know.
So I want to tell my part of how it was from moving from California to here, and then I'll let her tell hers. But I think she should go first because she moved here a little bit before I did, because I was out in school and stuff. So there you go.
So I got here like August 14th, 15th ish. And like, it's horrible because I was about to start talking about the family, because that's the first thing that we met and came in contact when we got here. The side of the family that we had never seen, never knew existed. Well, we knew existed, but they just
met them.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't fuck with us. They knew we were alive,
right?
But
like grandmas and grandpas,
no calls,
that have
no
never
birthday
reached
cards,
out
no
to us,
anything.
So all of a sudden, it's almost like we're supposed to like be in their face or something. I don't know. The shit was hella weird because they're just human beings. I'm hella grown. They're hella grown. Yeah. And like, we just don't have anything to talk about. No connection, nothing of that sort. So family was like, okay, whatever, over it. Everybody sat up talking about, oh, I'm going to show you this, I'm going to show you that, I'm going to take you here, I'm going to take you there. And I just sat in the fucking house for like days, almost a week. And I am not a homebody at all. I need to be out and about. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to get on any bus and go downtown and see what this city is about. So I get on the bus, I go downtown, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to get a job today. So I just started walking around Tower City, asking places if they were hiring. I ended up getting a job the same day. They told me, come back till you start tomorrow. I was like, okay, I feel it. So I came my first day at work. They asked me if I wanted to be assistant manager. I was like, for sure. Like, I was with that shit. Basically, location. Like, I feel like changing locations gave me an edge. It made me stand out. Like, being in a place where you're from someplace else and you grew up a different kind of way and you had a different kind of culture really makes you stand out. And I feel like that is a total advantage if anybody knows how to work it. Like, if you're in any place new, work that shit. Like, fuck being like everybody else. Be you, because that shit's gonna stand out and it's gonna be awesome. There's so many more black people here. I see black people everywhere in Cali. It was just like,
you gotta go to certain areas.
Yes. We see poor white people. Like,
they live in the hood too.
Yes.
I was like, oh my goodness, because out in California, poor white people, they don't live in the hood.
Almost don't exist.
They almost don't.
I don't know where the poor white people in California be at.
But they don't be living in the hood
at all. These ones, like, they live on SSI. A bunch of white people, SSI, food stamps, and poor, just like regular people. But Yeah, I feel like I like being from someplace different and in a new place, in a new area, because it draws a lot of attention to me. And sometimes the attention is not the greatest. I will give you that. For instance, our culture, once again, is very different here compared to California. People here, like our age, I've never seen young people cuss old people out before, ever. I've never seen people our age being so disrespectful to old people.
Yeah. Like, they think it's almost like it's a joke. Like, out in California, you have disrespectful people and disrespectful young people, but it's only to a T. They know when to shut the fuck up and when to stop, because it's like, okay, I wouldn't want someone to treat my parents or grandparents like this. Here, they, bitch, this whole house, let's not fuck you up. Like,
an old lady, that is not okay. Cleveland, let's get it together. Yeah. We still have to respect our elders.
And we're not saying everyone does it.
Not everyone.
It's just, from what I've seen, like, when I've been out and about, I have seen people are so much more disrespectful here.
Yeah, let's just love. Yeah. Like, let's just fucking love, okay? But yeah, that's, the weather fucking sucks. I'll tell you that.
Jesus fucking Christ, it's horrible.
The first time it snowed, I fell on my ass. Like, I was out in the snow, I didn't know you had to walk differently. Nobody told me. I learned quickly, but that was Ohio for me. I love the trees. I love that there's so much nature. The metro parks are breathtaking. Breathtaking.
I can't wait to go Lake Erie for the summer.
Yes, Lake Erie. And once again, location, we're close to New York. We're close to Maryland.
BT Dub, we're going to be at Afropunk Fest.
Afropunk, fuck Coachella.
Yes,
Afropunk.
So, if you guys see us, definitely say hey. And
please.
I'm probably going to vlog that weekend, too. So, if you see me, get at me, say hello, take a picture with me, something like that. You know, I'm always down to show some love. And so is she. Like, I mean, we're some of the most open people you will ever meet. So, we'll give you a hug, shit, and you can...
Hell yeah. So. And if you find enough, you get a kiss, too.
Right. So my experience, they had moved to Ohio some months before I did, because I was in school out in in the Bay Area and stuff like that. So when I first got here, it was really weird. It wasn't weird in a bad way, but as soon as I went to like Detroit, and then like I got on a plane from Detroit, and then I got here, which only took like 10, 20 minutes, and I don't know why it was even a flight. It feels like it would have made more sense just from all the way from like LAX all the way to, you know, to Cleveland, whatever. I don't know. So basically, there were so many black people everywhere. It's like black people everywhere. I was not used to that. In the Bay Area, if you want to really see black people, you kind of got to go to Oakland or Richmond or one of those areas, or in certain places in San Francisco. But you don't, like, it's kind of like when you do see a black person, you're like, oh my God, we gotta be.
Yes! Like,
it's like, mama saying, mama, like, it's like black, oh my gosh. So when I got here to the Detroit airport, I was like, shut the fuck up, there's so many black people.
Nigga.
Like, there's so many black people. And I was like, I definitely dig that. Within my first time being here, like, the first night, it was cold. It was really fucking cold. Like, it was really cold. Especially going to bed that night. It was so cold. Like, way colder than I expected. And then as I started, you know, living here and getting settled in and everything like that, it snowed. And I didn't go out the house for a couple of days because it snowed. I do not do snow. I do not like it. I did go out into the snow and, like, play with it and make a snowball and, like, take one of the icicles off and everything like that. But do I see myself, like, being out in the snow all the time? Hell no. I'm from California. It's hot over there right now. When I left California, it was odd because it was raining, but it was still hot. Like, it's still warm. When it cold in California and cold here, it's two totally different colds.
Hell yes.
The cold here is,
the cold here will make you hate just your existence, not want to speak to. Now I understand why people in Ohio are less friendly.
Yeah, because
cold as fuck.
You gotta, like, oh my gosh, it's so freaking cold here. Like, and it snows, and And then we live in the attic, so it was always cold in the attic. It was never warm in here. Like, we also have a story about that, so we'll definitely tell you guys stories about that in maybe later episodes. Like, those are really good ones too. So since being here, I found a job. I've met really cool, amazing people. Amazing people. Shout out to Bree Vibes. She is freaking amazing. Check her music out. Check her Instagram out, and I will comment it down so you guys can check her out. She's a really good friend of mine, and her music is just like amazing. She's just an amazing person. So definitely check her out. Shout out to her. Do you want to shout out to?
Shout out to Dewey Lennon. Check his music out. I'm going to put links in the comments as well. Dewey Lennon, super fucking awesome human being, and his music. We don't fuck with weak artists. If your music's not the shit, we're gonna probably 9 times and let you know immediately.
Yeah,
the
like,
moment we hear it. Like, tell him about the guy.
Oh my gosh. So once I was coming home from hanging out, and this guy, he came up to me, and I can already tell he was trying to hit on me. I was like, I don't know. So he asked me, do I want to buy a bus pass? And I was like, no, I'm good. And so then he was like, he asked me about my hair, because at the time my hair was locked, and I told him, like, I lock my own hair. And he was like, oh, that's cool. And so he started having common conversation with me. If you guys don't know what common conversation is, it's like what people they talk either to get something out of you or to get at you. So when a person is having common conversation, you just know, you'll feel it. So the guy, he's like, I tell him I'm from California. He's like, oh man, that's super cool. So you know music, then you like rap? I'm like, hell yeah, shit. Hell yeah. Like, if anybody knows me, I love rap music. I love all music. Guru. I love all music, but rap, oh my god.
She knows
the history, everything. Like, I love it. Like, ever since I was a little kid, I almost got an ass whipping for listening to Fantasy by Ludacris. Like, I almost got an ass whipping for twerking to that song when I was like 5 years old. Like, oh my gosh, I knew majority rule of all Lil' Kim's songs when I was like 8 years old. Like, I fucking love rap. Like, especially from California. Like, we got Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Tupac. Like, yes. Like, Kendrick, yes. Like, I love the old school, the new school. Anyways, back to the story at hand. The dude, he asked me to listen to his music, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And I was like, I can tell in about 10 minutes if I like the song or not. I can. I just
10
know.
10 seconds.
Well, 10 minutes?
A song is like 3 minutes.
Well, okay, 10 minutes.
Okay.
Seconds? Whatever. Y'all know what the fuck I mean.
Some short period of time.
Some short period of time. I know if I can fuck with the song or not. So, first off, shout out to this guy, because I hope he got his shit together, because the shit he was trying to put out it wasn't bad, and I'm not going to call it garbage, because each artist their own. It was just a lot of like, are you serious? Like, don't get me wrong, I would never put someone's craft down. I was just like, I couldn't take him seriously, because for one, he pulled out a flip phone and told me to listen to his music off a flip phone. How do you even get music on a flip phone? That means you sat there and you recorded it. That's exactly.
You have to invest in your craft.
I can't explain that enough. You have to invest in your freaking craft.
If you give a fuck about what you're doing, show us.
Show us. Other people will give a fuck about it too if you give a fuck about it. Like her, for instance, we both like to paint. So we invest in our fucking craft. We have paintbrushes. We have paint. We tend to get more stuff because we're investing in our craft. It's like if you want to become a fashion designer, you can't just say, oh, I'm a fashion designer and have a swatch cloth as one thing. No, you got to invest in your craft, people. Always invest in your craft. So he pulls out a fucking flip phone. I'm like, how did you get your music on this flip phone? Did you email it to yourself? I don't even think you can check email on a motherfucking flip phone. No, you can't. Okay. So I was like, for starters, you gotta put your music on an iPod or something. Even if you out there selling CDs, like everybody is able to get a CD player or to get in contact with a CD player. But a fucking flip phone, I was like, My goodness. So he starts playing it. It was really bad quality. For one, because it was on a flip phone. So I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear it too well. It was just really bad quality. You know, and like I said, I would never try and put anybody's craft down, but you really gotta put time and money and effort, then he's like, yeah, well, maybe we can meet sometime at the library and you can help me write some music. No, I'm good. No. I'm good. Like, I wasn't even trying to be mean, but it's like, I think sometimes as creators or artists or whatever you tend to call yourself, I call myself creator because I don't think I'm anywhere close to being an artist yet. And I just think artist is, I'm a creator. So, I think sometimes we have to get a reality check and really be like, you know what? If you really want to follow this dream and you really want to make it, you have to be on your shit. You can't nickel and dime yourself. If you want the world to pay you big bucks, you gotta stand out like big bucks. You can't be sitting up here talking about, I want the money, the cars, and the clothes, but you sitting up here shooting for low quality things, putting out low quality stuff. And I understand times are hard, he out here hustling and stuff like that. I respect that. But before you show somebody your craft, invest in it. Put all your heart into it. Put your everything into it. And maybe he did think he was investing in it. Maybe. I mean, shout out to him. I hope he's doing good and everything. And I'm not saying this to put anybody down. I'm just saying this as a lesson, like, definitely invest in yourself. Invest in your craft. Invest in everything you want to do and be. So, with that being said, that was story time with Imagine Jackson, aka Spit Your Wholeness, and my guest.
And Ashanti, aka Love, aka Zen. You can follow me on Snapchat at Ashan, ASHAN 411. That's Ashan 411. Matter of fact, that's my username for all social media outlets. So hit me up.
And for me, of course, Instagram is 9_goddess. That's 9_goddess. Snapchat is Callie_wild1. That's just a 1. And Facebook is Imagine Jackson, even though I don't really be on Facebook that much. But I guess you guys can get at me on Facebook. But with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to, Spit Your Wholeness. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing, liking, and viewing. You guys are all amazing. Like, I thank you guys all. And definitely comment on my videos. If there's something you would like to see, something you would like me to talk about, definitely comment. She comments on them all the freaking time. She just put a comment on titties looking good. So definitely comment on my videos. I do read them, and I will get back to you, like, ASAP. So with that being said, we have a lot more coming up in my vlog. Just stay with me and stay with it, and you guys are gonna love it. Thank you guys. Peace.